Hester,
Yes.
I know that you've now worked here for a while, and I know that you actually kind of know a lot more than any of the rest of us are going to know. And one of the things, of course, that we've all heard and we've seen on A&E, we've seen on Discovery, because the Myrtles is the most haunted plantation that we have anywhere in the South. But there's one specific story that goes with it that I've always found like kind of heartbreaking and sad. And I think you can tell us that story.
Well, the Chloe story started in the early 1800s. Judge Clark Woodruff was the owner, and he took on a mistress. Her name was Chloe, and she was caught eavesdropping on some of the family's business. And of course, it was during the time they believed whatever caused you to sin should be removed. So for eavesdropping, he cut off her left earlobe.
Mm-hmm.
And it left her so upset that she baked the birthday cake for his oldest daughter. And she used the juices from the oleander leaf in that cake. It let off a liquid very similar to arsenic. She baked it in the cake. It killed the judge's wife, Sarah, and 2 of their children. And there are 3 of the ghosts, along with Chloe, that still live here with us.
But now, okay, is this true? What I understand, Chloe didn't really want to kill them. She wanted to make them very sick.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That is very.
Yeah.
That's what we believe. We really believe from the history that was found. Of course, I'm assuming that she loved the children, taking care of them.
I believe she would have. Yeah.
Yes, but she thought someone older or wiser would be able to save the children. She did the oleander to make them ill, to prove that she was the one to take care of them, and she would get her household duties back. She was going to be sent to the fields, where she wouldn't have gotten along with other slaves, and she probably
because she'd been a house slave.
Exactly,
yeah.
And at that time, to be a household servant even was an honor. But yes, she thought someone older or wiser would be able to save the children, and she confessed to the poisoning, and she was later killed. But no, it was not her intention.
Okay, now I heard. Now I don't know if this is true or not. I heard that the family, or it's the judge, had decided that she must be hanged. But I understand that a lot of the other slaves on the plantation thought it should happen too. Now I don't know if this one's true or not. This is just something I heard.
Sure.
Because they were terrified of the repercussions that were going to fall on them, because whether it was her intent or not, she had murdered them.
Exactly.
So.
Of course, I could only go by the history that was found.
Right.
But even I do believe that's right, because if someone had a terrible crime that they had done, and they felt that, okay, this is an example for everyone else.
Right.
So certainly they did go into it. It's said that a mixed mob, so black and whites were together as far as punishing her, and some of them did go along with the punishment. I'm sure they had no choice anyway.
Well, I was going to say, yeah,
no
it must have been
anyway.
A real hard time to say, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, they had no choice anyway.
Dangerous.
But yes, a mixed mob hung her. Yeah, so it's one of those things.
And they believe it was out here in the courtyard area, or out on towards the front of the house?
We believe, and when we say the front of the house now, our front was the back of the house at the time. So the front of the house is the back now. And you know where the open trail is? You may see it looks like an open trail at the very back where all the row of trees are.
Yes.
In that area is where we believe it happened. When A&E did their filming, they picked an old tree on the back of the grounds to use as an example. We're not sure exactly where,
right.
But that would be my guess as to where it happened. And things were done as an example. So that was an area leading to the river at the time. Mm-hmm. So anyone passing by during their business of the day could pass by and see what had happened to anyone.
So they left her hanging there then?
Only for sure.
Oh.
Well, you know, I can't say that for sure. But the story also goes on to say that her body was thrown in the river. But those, you know how stories are told so much that things are added to it more and more. But we do know that, yeah, the poisoning took place of the children. And we don't believe it was her intention to kill them.
Yeah, I don't either. No, I feel so bad for her.
But you know, she's seen often. You may see her before you leave, sweetheart.
I know. I kind of like to, you know what, I would actually like to, because I would just kind of want to, I mean, it's funny on the one hand because it's like, yes, you did murder people, but it's one of those things too where, I mean, of course it doesn't make it back for the children.
Right.
But, you know, it's, and if she's a ghost, we then know that there is like a higher life. And in the higher life, you know, hopefully she does know that, it's like I said, she's 16.
Yes.
We you know, it's whether nowadays, like, you probably might not even be tried as an adult, and you would definitely have the benefit of everybody knowing, you know, what had led you to it mentally and all that. So if I saw Chloe, you want to hug her.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? She's still, even in spirit, even in her spirit, when people say they see her or they feel her touch, it's like she's still taking care of the children.
Aww.
Yeah, a lot of times when they show up in photographs, she's there. So it's not like, yeah, she loved them, she's still trying to do a good
I believe
deed, and she
loved
still
them.
feels like she's trapped in that time, but she's still taking care of them.
I'm going to say, my God, I'm so happy to meet you.
That's nice, sweetie. It's an honor to meet you.
Thank you so much for being here, and
You're
thank
welcome.
you for telling everybody for us.
Oh, thank you for asking me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.